Sawadi Chan Helen Rivera. For today's video, we will talk about overview of Thai literature. So Thai literature was traditionally heavily influenced by Indian culture. It was primarily concerned with religion and until the mid-19th century in verse form. The verse was written exclusively by the aristocracy or royalty. Much of Thailand culture comes from the ethnic. Thai people, one of the most important influences on Thai cultures has been Buddhist. Many people of traditions and beliefs of the people in Thailand stem directly from Buddhist principles. Thai literature is not overlooked in addition to many famous Thai authors and writers. Bangkok was even named the UNESCO World Book Capital in 2003.
Definition. The capital of Thailand was recognized for the quality of its programs to promote books and reading. From famous Thai novelists up to coming writers, Thailand has a wide variety of literature that's worth reading. Here are the famous Thai writers. First is Probdayun. Second is Sunthorn Phu. Third is Seni Saowaphong. Fourth is S.P. Somtow. Fifth is Emmanuel Arsan. And sixth is Gerard Prasat.
The first Thai writer is Probdayun. Probdayun does it all, from writing to graphic designing and more. As a renowned translator, his work on some of the famous pieces of literature ever written, including Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov and A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. Probdayun is definitely worth of checking out. The next Thai writer is Sunthorn Phu. Phu is a Thai poet who lived during the 19th century. He is also referred to as Thailand's Shakespeare, and he is the kingdom's most known poet. Many of his works have been commemorated in literary landmarks all over Thailand.
Hi everyone, I am Chris Mission, the second to the last reporter to discuss the 6 famous Thai writers. So I will be discussing the 2 of the famous Thai writers. So I will be discussing first the famous Seni Saowaphong. So Seni Saowaphong was once the ambassador to Burma, and one of his famous works is the Pesat or the Ghost. So the Ghost published in 1957 and is one of the most famous books of Thai contemporary literature. So the masterpiece of his represents the pinnacle of what is valued as Bell's letters in Thai literature. So the Ghost theme is a freedom from karma. So this signifies the confrontation and separation from a popularized Buddhist outlook of being content with one's destiny and being resigned to karma or being free from karma. So that's all for Seni Saowaphong. So the next is the famous S.P. Somtow. S.P. Somtow is a Thai-American musical composer. He is also a science fiction, fantasy, and horror author writing in English. So S.P. Somtow is both inspirational and successful. In his TED Talk given in Chiang Mai, titled The Riding and Lighting, he discusses the big ideas and how people should deal with them. Some of his most popular books include The Jasminites, his Chronicles of High Inquest series, and etc. And that would be all for my part. So the next reporter will be discussing the 2 remaining famous Thai writers.
Hello, my name is Angie Umeras and I will discuss the Thai famous writer. So, Emmanuel Arsan. Emmanuel Arsan is also a famous Thai writer and Emmanuel Arsan was born in Bangkok in 1932 with the name Marayat or Rolet Andrian. But Emmanuel Arsan's was her pen name, and the pen name is she used is the same as the main fictional character in her popular book Emmanuel. He was also a French diplomat at UNESCO and modern, and also theories say that he acted as co-actor sorts to the famous novel or wrote it completely win. Lastly, Gerard Prasat. Prasat is also a famous Thai writer. He is also a Chiang Mai based writer found his inspirations in music as opposed to other successful authors. And also, in his novel PPT Pain Sing or the Museum of Sounds, Prasad has not always written book through before these publications. He was working on the editorial staffs for a magazines in northern Thailand, as well as working as a columnist and translator.